So now that I got the stove out, I'm working on undoing this sink. And I must say, there's only one thing I hate more than painting, and that's plumbing. But what are you gonna do? I mean, if you want any semblance of a modern life, you kind of need plumbing. Or do I? Water everywhere. But while I'm figuring out whether or not I actually need modern day plumbing to survive out there boondocking, I still want to get rid of this ugly ass countertop. Get out! Don't come back! So now I have a blank slate here to work with. Do I put in a sink or do I not? I don't have to. I didn't really use the kitchen sink very often while I was out boondocking. I know for a fact I didn't use the stove a single solitary time, and I lived in Ava for 2 solid years. So the question is, what do I do? What do I do? There are so many options right now. I could just keep it one nice big slab of wood. That could be nice. Alright, so I'm not going to say that I cheated. I mean, I didn't cheat, but I wanted just a little bit of extra countertop space. So this original countertop sink combo thing, the depth was roughly 23.5 inches deep. So I just went ahead and went for an even 24. And I made it just a little bit longer too, so that it kind of goes over the edge just a little bit more. This space here between the cabinets and the dinette kind of seemed like a little bit of a waste of space to me. Like, it didn't seem extraordinarily useful. So I was like, you know what, what's a couple of extra inches right there? I'll go ahead and, you know, it'll give me more countertop space. So this is what it would look like with nothing on it. I still haven't decided yet whether I'm going to leave it like this or I'm going to put a sink in there. But I think it looks exceptional, right? I love this wood grain pattern. I sanded the crap out of it. It still feels a little bit rough, so I'll probably go over it with a higher grit, just kind of knock down some of these. I can kind of feel the grain kind of coming up a little bit. And then I'll hit it with a finishing grade of sandpaper to kind of give it an ultra smooth, silky smooth finish. And then we'll start hitting it with the spar varnish to make it look like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of a yay or nay. I think a lot of the nay just comes from the fact that I've never had a kitchen countertop that didn't have a sink. And so, I mean, there's still some stuff that needs to happen in this area, but I'm kind of sort of digging just having all this space, whether it be for me to like just stand right here and have like a stand-up desk. Maybe I'm standing here and I'm painting, or I don't know, just whatever. Just countertop space is kind of invaluable because, like I said, the induction cooktop will just pull right out and sit right there. You know, I'll probably have my microwave down here. So there's cooking options. And if I need water, I'll probably just get it from the sink back there. But then again, I don't know. This would be more convenient for guests so that they didn't have to walk through the bedroom in order to get to a sink or some water. So I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. All right. I went on ahead and pulled off the old backsplash. The brown one. I was going to leave it, and just cover over it. But you know, if I can get rid of the weight, I might as well. So I went on ahead and ripped it off. it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, and I did have to remove the range hood. There's 4 screws underneath here, and that allows you to get access to the back portion that's up behind here. And also this trim piece that sits right here on the edge, it has a bunch of staples in it, so I just wedged in, what is this? A scraper in behind and torque twisted the staples out. And then there's also another piece of trim. It's a piece of corner trim, and it goes back here in this corner. In order to get to that, I had to go through the closet over here, and a part of the backsplash went all the way to here. You can see the line, and I had to pull this screw. I had to back that screw out in order to release the last little piece that was stuck up there. But overall, not a hard job. And it is stuck there on the cabinet side and this side. All the tape from the back part came off just fine. This one did not, and I had some trouble getting this one off, but I'll show you a little trick that I've been using in order to help get this off. And that is, as I am pulling the tape down and I'm using downward pressure, I'm basically taking my scraper and I'm just sort of edging it all the way down. And you can see how much cleaner that comes off. So while I'm pulling down, I'm also cutting right up against the wood. And I'm not actually cutting, obviously this is not sharp enough to cut, but it is enough to keep up with the glue up against the wood, and that stuff just comes right off. So I like that because I don't want to have to deal with all this after the fact. But anyway, it's coming off good. So, as a side project, I thought, you know what, since everything in here is kind of gonna have that oil rub bronze feel to it or whatever, because I did it to the light up here, I left all the hardware exactly the same. I left the piano hinges as they are. So since I kind of got that tone going on in here, I think I'm going to do the exact same thing to the range hood as well. And it shouldn't take me that long. I'm just going to kind of give it a little test and see how it looks. We're going to be using some of this. But I did go ahead and clean this off, got all the grease, oil, grime and stuff off. I'm always using 91% isopropyl alcohol. This stuff just cuts everything, so there's absolutely no reason not to do it. So I gave it a third pass, and I was still getting some stuff off of it. But yeah, you just wipe it down, and anything that's greasy or that could potentially hinder your paint or whatever, just put that on there first. Make sure that any of the dust, dirt, and grime is gone completely. So I think I'm going to put a little bit of primer on here just to help it adhese a bit more, even though this says that it bonds well to wood, metal, and more. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put just a tiniest little bit of primer on there first.